A State of Mind with Koach E.
Yes, sir. Ah, ah, ah. Y'all remember this, man. It's that throwback classic right here. You hear me? What's up with it, Facebook? What's up with it, YouTube? This your favorite coach, Koach E, and we are here. You hear me? I said we, because I got the whole TTA with me, man. Welcome to another edition of
A State of Mind with Koach E.
Yes, sir. You know what time it is, man. We about to, talk about some things, some hot topics, and, we're going to just, we're going to vibe and ride, you hear me? But most definitely, man, rest of love to Big Pokey, man. I hate what happened to that guy, man, and the fact that it was caught on camera like that. That's something that, his kids, his wife, or whatever, relationship, that's something that they're going to have to watch over and over and relive, man. So my heart and my condolences out to that family, man. Shout out to my TTA family, man. Hey, y'all doing it big, man. I'm proud of y'all. This year has most definitely been a great year. I'm proud of everybody, the development, just the hard work I'm watching these people put in. So shout out to everybody, man. Hey, hold up. Yeah, it's that boy, Koach E. You watching me. Rest in love to Big Pokey, holding it down SUC. Yes, sir. Man, it ain't no stunt in. I appreciate everybody taking the time to tune in. Yes, hold up. I'm just playing, man. But what's good, though, man? Let's get into it, man. Let's talk about Bryant last weekend. I did a Facebook Live on it. I was a little upset. Not like mad, like, oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I took everything personal. It was more so upset because it just seemed like humanity, man. It just, everything's going out the window now, man. Everything that made us a loving, caring society, it's just like, man, it's gone. It's gone. It's like, man, you people don't care no more. People don't mind laughing at you, disrespecting you. It's just, the love is gone. And I'm not, and please, I know I'm not a perfect person, but I'm not a cutthroat person. And man, I'm just looking at the direction we headed as a world, as a community, whatever, man. And it's crazy. And it's like, man, I want to sit here and talk about Josh Herity's event last week. I do. And I want to talk about how good it was, how smooth it went, the atmosphere. I want to talk about my TTA Bulldogs. And I mean, I still can, true enough. But, man, no matter how hard those young men and ladies worked last weekend, it was completely overshadowed by just the negativeness. You get the negativity, just the hatred, just everything, man. It's sad that we can't go out to an event now and our kids feel safe. Like, it's one thing when you're going out to the park and you in certain situations and you might not be in you don't need to be in these certain areas or neighborhoods. And you have to accept what come with it. That come with it. But when you go into a basketball game and you got small children competing, and I'm not saying the games were based off the small kids, because but what I am saying is some of them were. And I just hate that adults can't put that in check and just enjoy the game. No matter how mad you get, there should never be a reason for you to just act up like that. I don't want to exaggerate, but I think maybe 4 or 5 fights took place last Saturday. And Josh, please forgive me if I'm exaggerating. It might not have been there more, but I believe it was. Based off what I was hearing and what I seen, it was ridiculous. So not to put that on ASE, they done a great job. They played no part in none of the negative things that happened. They actually did a great job. They had police on hand. They did everything they were supposed to do. So this could have been anybody. I actually like the atmosphere that was there. A lot of times when you go to Ben, they might have the curtains down, I believe. Maybe one. I'm not sure. So when it was a wide open gym like that, man, it was just a dope atmosphere. Like, it was just everybody could watch everything, man. It was just dope. So shout out to Josh. But, man, I know for me, my TTA Bulldogs 2031, my 4th graders, a fight started right at the tip-off of our championship game, and an altercation happened at the end of it. Now, these 4th grade boys, they're 4th grade kids. Man, I'm not blaming why we lost. I'm not. That's a separate conversation. But it didn't help. People are so caught up in getting their point across, or because they lost, that they don't think about nobody else no more, man. Like, y'all was really putting them kids' life in danger because people toting guns now. People have knives. It just, man, you have to take into consideration your surroundings sometimes. Like, man, if you really feel some type of way, hey, tell him, hey, I see you outside. And I'm not encouraging that because to me, that's not it. But if you just have to fight them so bad, man, take that mess across the street elsewhere. Meet up at the gas station. Parents, we are getting to a point now to where, I hate to say it, we are maybe, a week or two off that little boy shooting that man for hitting his mama. Man, listen, y'all need to wake up. It's going to get to a point to where kids are going to start toting pistols in their backpack because they feel like, hey, I got to defend myself. I got to defend my family. And we don't want that. Could you imagine just being in the middle of a basketball game and an altercation pop out and you, as an adult, you holding back the right people? In your mind, if I get the main people, this should be over. And then you hear gunshots from another direction and it's coming from the court. It's kids running to their bags. That's crazy. But we can't continue to create this atmosphere to where kids have to feel like they have to bring some type of weapon to the game with them to protect their mama, their siblings, or their father, or even just themselves or their coach or their teammates. And I think we really need to just take a step back and look at these things. I just hate the way things turned out Sunday. It doesn't take away from Josh. Like I said, it was a great event. The atmosphere was dope. The games was on time. You know what I'm saying? But it was just crazy. And then on top of that, you had parents who just, man, matter of fact, let's dial back. Let me say this. Parents, leave the referees alone. I get it. They might not be good. They might suck. They might just be there for a check. But man, let me tell you something. And I know I'm finna get some backlash from this. I already know who's gonna be coming on this video. You're not helping your team. Hollering at them and telling them they suck. If the point is, if they really suck, that mean they need extra training. And I'm gonna say this. At no point during the game will they find that training. So we just have to live with it. What I'm starting to notice is referees are shutting down and they're allowing kids to get hurt. They starting to call other calls against the team on purpose. Like, man, like this is getting out of hand. Then y'all get to arguing. Then it put your child in a bad position. Like, man, I'm really tired of talking about the same thing. This platform was built to talk about other things. And it seemed like I'm starting to have to touch the same things over and over. But man, this is getting ridiculous. Like, man, y'all making it to the point where parents versus referees, now they getting into it with each other because you got the other ref who trying to prove to the parents. Like, I'm literally hearing refs say, man, I don't know what he doing, man. He just want to do his own thing. So now you got refs splitting, and man, it just take away from the game, the integrity, the just the innocence of the game. Like, man, like leave the referees alone. They tired, and it's affecting our kids. So when they stop calling fouls, when they don't call walks because now they don't want to hear, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they want to play that. Like, man, you causing them to rebel and buck, man, and it's causing our kids. Like, man, trust me, I'm on that sideline. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing the conversation. I'm hearing the statements that these referees making. They tired of y'all, and I'm not saying that they don't deserve you to. I'm not saying you can't talk to them, but it like, man, stop creating a hostile environment, please, because at the end of the day, they have the whistle, and you're at the mercy of the ref. So you can bark, holler all you want to. They're gonna kick you out, and they're gonna call the game how they want to. So at the best is in the best favor of the team that you're rooting for, that you shut up and just keep and allow them to stay clear-minded and level-headed, because it's not gonna work in your favor. And man, you don't think the kids hear that? I'm even starting to see kids now question everything the ref do. I tell mine, man, don't you worry about what the referee did or didn't do. I don't watch the kids stop in the middle of the game because they crying, developing the same mindset that their parents have. And I'm not saying it's the parents' fault, but you crying and all that don't help the child. So please just chill out. Man, like, we getting tired. I'm just tired of it, man. Like, I just want my kids to come and play and go about their business. Like, hey, but now, hey, like, seriously. Like, man, all this just create a negative atmosphere. Like, man, I seen this past weekend a rep didn't even want to go outside. The parent was outside, and I don't know the whole backstory to this, so I'm not gonna touch on it because I think maybe he was waiting on a ride or something. I don't know. But when he seen him outside, he automatically got intimidated. He went and got the police, and then another, man, it was just crazy. So I don't know what happened. I don't know the backstory behind it, but it's just like, man, now it just add more and more and more and more negative fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, here in a little while, we not gonna have nowhere nice to play. Like, y'all gonna ruin it. Like, man, I'm not. That's a nice venue. Like, man, like let us have something nice. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just tired of it, man. But that's just my thoughts on that. So, man, TTA 9th grade Pip, they won the championship. TTA Tiger, they put up a good display and a good fight. They came up short against TTA Pip. That was a great fight, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm proud of them boys. They are really showing that, hey, they here. So both my 9th grade teams, I'm super proud of y'all. TTA Stewart, the development is real. I'm proud of them. They fighting hard. They came up short. But hey, I'm proud of them. That was a good outing. Then you had TTA 2031 Drew. They learning the game, man. They scrappy. They I think we put that team together maybe about a month or two ago. And man, they just learning the game. They learning the game. I'm very proud of them. Man, shout out to Coach Drew for what she's doing with them kids. Man, like tremendous. TTA 31 Koach E. Man, I'm proud of my boys. They getting to the point where it's time for us to hit that road. We still looking for a big. Any tall fourth graders going to the field, please get with me. That's one of our biggest weaknesses. We need a big, but they did very well this past weekend. We fell short to BW. That's a good team. That's one of the teams I have a great deal of respect for. Them boys, they train and ready. Shout out to them. My boys responded well Sunday to them in the championship game. We came out with a Selmo lead, and man, our big, and this is no excuse. It's just a series of events that led to it. Our big, he started complaining about his asthma. We had to sit him, and something else happened. But it really shifted the momentum of the game. And BW, man, them trained dogs they got, man, they stepped up to it, and man, they made some things happen, man. I'm talking about we went back and forth. So we lost a close one by 4 or 6. I think it was 6 points, maybe 4. I don't know. It's been a week. But shout out to BW, man. What Coach Stuckey, Coach Glenn, and Coach Lee doing over there is tremendous. They're doing some great work over there. So shout out to them. That's it, man. Josh, another thing. Shout out to you, bro. Dope event. And I ain't gonna lie, them rings was hard. Them rings was crazy. So shout out to you, man. I liked them rings, man. I can't lie. Shout out to you, bro.
This last game to go ahead and get this championship and call it a day. All right. We gotta finish where we came here to start. All right, finish on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Just play your best and try to get noticed. That's all.
We play as a team. I feel like everybody will get noticed. We all dogs.
Trends as a team, we got a lot of drivers and shooters.
Hey, so move the ball and cut. Let's go. Hey, they look like they finna press. Hey, ground, middle. Conway, take it out. Hey, feeling pretty good, man. We had a tough bracket play, playing team pressure. We had our other TTA Bulldogs team, and then, we had another one earlier today. But it was pretty good. The way they fought, we was down big our last game by 10 points, and, we always battle back. That's what this team always do, so it was pretty good.
We had a good performance the whole week. You feel me? Ring me, baby.
Keep it up, bro. Show them the ring. You got your design. We got the champion right there. The basketball right there. The diamonds in there.
Oh, look at that.
Had to fight through every day, but we kept growing. Use your legacy to build a brand, and now it's this that champion music. Keep pushing through it, turning up instrumentals, motivation for you to do it.
A State of Mind with Koach E.
So yeah, let me touch this too. Parents, in order for an organization to fully get your child to where he or she needs to be, you have to be 100% committed. You can't be complaining about the practice days. You can't be complaining about where the games are. Like, it is your job as a parent to do two things: pay your fees and trust your coach. If this is something that is just recreational or just a babysitting thing for you, you need to identify that in the beginning, because you have teams who are actually trying to take this serious, coaches who are actually trying to take this serious. And when you get to complaining, or you don't feel like taking your child to practice, or your complaints is keeping the coach from putting these kids in better tournaments and getting better workouts and extra days, then at the end of the day, you are the problem. You are a cancer. Complaining and generating fake arguments and attitudes, like, that is crazy to me. Parents, I don't really think y'all understand how much of an important part you take in the development of your child and your team. Now, true enough, a coach should get rid of cancers and all that, but we're talking about coaches who care. They might have a relationship with the kid, and so let's say the coach don't want to kick the kid out, or maybe the coaches has 6 players or 5 players. You need to make sure that you are the best parent you can be, and offer the best support you can for your coach. Because if you got a coach who's willing to put in 2-3 days of practice and do tournaments on the weekend, you don't have no reason to complain about nothing. Especially when you got a coach who's willing to pick up the kids. It's crazy to me how parents don't really understand how much they could be detrimental to a program, the demise of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, we need every coach to have parents who believe in them, support them. You ain't got to worry about them saying negative things or trying to slow the progress of a team, or just saying, it's crazy. Like, parents, I really feel like you need to understand that summer basketball wasn't originally for developmental kids or even mediocre kids. It was really for the elite, the best. That goes back to AAU basketball. We aren't actually playing AAU basketball. The terminology is just stuck with it. But parents, you need to get out that mindset of, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? We just doing this so he'll have something to do this summer. No, don't do that. Put them in some skills and drills. And yes, it does fall back on the organization when you hear that. But sometimes it comes too late. Some parents sign up for this stuff, using it as a babysitting tactic or a summer activity. And then it's not until midway in the season, when they see how serious it is, their true feelings come out. So what I am saying is, parents, and I need everybody to listen to me. If it is not your intention for your child to become better at basketball, football, baseball, or whatever, if it's not your intentions in being on the go parent, if none of these things are your intention, stop signing these kids up. Stop. Like, ask the right questions. I don't know. Just get out the way. Like, we're tired of that. There's no reason why a coach shouldn't be able to schedule certain tournaments, because you got 2 or 3 parents who, I gotta work. And I understand the working thing. I get it, but we're willing to work with you. But because you just don't feel like doing nothing extra, you just have to be negative Nancy. Or, we just played last Saturday, or we already practiced this week. And I'm like, man, nobody want to hear that. And it's like, man, you killing your kids. What are you teaching your kids? Parent, I got some news for you. Once you started having kids and decided that you wanted to have kids, however you want to look at it, your life was no longer about you all the way. Once you start signing up your kids for certain things, you have to be careful on the message that you sending to them and how you act, because once again, your child looks up to you. You are who they look up to for guidance and growth. So they're gonna pick up your characteristics. They're gonna pick up some of your habits, and some good, some bad. That's just life. And I'm gonna be honest with you. That whining, that crying, that lying, that excuses, you're never gonna teach your child to be committed and teach them to be dedicated to anything. You get what I'm saying? And then the flip side is the ones who do have great kids, you're gonna teach them. Not teach them. You're gonna cause them to be embarrassed. So parents, more of the story is, if you can't be committed to these youth sports organizations, and you know that you're not prepared to do anything extra, go find you a true developmental team, or go put your kid in skills and drills, which is based off your terms, and you pay as you go, because we're tired of seeing it. I talked to numerous coaches, and they're tired of it. They're tired of it. And at the end of the day, everybody's not blessed to have elite teams where, you get the top tier parents who already got in their mind like, hey, this is it for me. My son gonna make it, or my daughter gonna make it. So what I'm saying is, I already know you got the coach saying, well, they need to get rid of them. That's not how life works. You do have some teams who are trying to get things going, and just unfortunately they have to take these type of, certain kids, and these are parents that come with it. So at the end of the day, we talking about it, we addressing it, and we putting it out there. At the end of the day, parents, if you're not prepared to be anything other than just that, he did something, parent, then stay out the way, period. Like, we done with that. But that's just my take on that. So, hey, parents, get it together.
When it comes to kids, you gotta let them know, like, hey, I trust you. I believe in you. I know that you can handle this. And then they get out there and they do it what we need them to do. Well, you see me coach when I'm in head coach mode, I'm like on it. But like with Coach E head coaching, I'm kind of just like that support system on the bench. I think it's real good to see what we work on in practice transfer over to game situations. So like the first half, I think they got intimidated by how tall the boys were. This is what we worked on. They still got to get to that paint. You still got to get to the basket. And they confidence, it just seemed like it just shot up. Like I said, we went from 2-3 points in the end of the first half to 18 in the second half. They let me know everything I need to know.
A State of Mind with Koach E.
So check it. Before I sign out, of course, man, I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors and everyone who played a part in the success of this season. As we come to an end, I do want to take the time to personally thank a few people. Jody Spriggs with Dream Aftercare and Daycare in Sherwood, Arkansas. You have been a very important part in the success of this organization. Dr. Mark Malloy, one of my good doctor friends, he did have a clinic in Crossett, Arkansas, but he's out of Little Rock. But thank you. You don't understand how much we appreciate everything you've done for this organization. Jeremy Abels, man, thank you, man. Hey, you're a dope dude. Gave me a lot of advice, gave me the blueprint on fundraising, so I greatly appreciate you. Robert Jackson, Chris Hervey, man, the list goes on and on. Jimmy Nance with the Hair Show Barbershop, William and Jessica Lamar with Sweet Autumn Embroidery. I can name a lot of people. I post all the people's logos and business logos on the screen, and I'm sorry if I forgot it. I didn't forget you. It just, these are the people who were just fresh, and I'm trying to keep the show going. So thank you, Moody Chapel, Pastor Mike Scroggins. Man, I could just name a lot of people. Michael Bush. Just thank y'all. My brother Roderick Rogers down in Fordyce, Arkansas with Legends Cafe. Candida Bryan, my cousin. Man, thank you. Y'all have done great and wonderful things for us, and y'all don't know how much we appreciate y'all. Secondly, I want to say thank you to my parents. I have some of the dopest parents in the youth sports community. I'm not going to lie to you. Anything I asked or when I wanted to change something, they was down for it. They never ever give me any pushback. Man, they just always been dope people. They make sure their kids there on time. Sometimes. It's been a couple times, but for the most part, man, as the season got, as the season grew and the relationships grew and all that, man, they just turned out to be some of the best parents, and I appreciate them with their cooperation, their support. It means a lot. Man, I don't know what else to say, man, other than thank y'all. Thank you for tuning in, giving me the views. I know I've been slacking here lately. Been a lot been going on in life, but I promise you I'm finna pick things back up. Y'all just don't understand, man, how much this keeps me going. I look forward to doing these videos, and we are gonna pick up the production. We're gonna start bringing in more exciting things and stuff like that. Man, thank y'all. It's been a good ride. Trey Dawson, Arlisha Colvin, aka also known as AC. Trey Dawson, our productive, the head of our productive team. Him and Cliff Smith. Man, those guys are dope. They done a lot of great things for the organization. AC, our strength and conditioning coach, thank you. You have done miracles for us, man. It be dope seeing people's faces when you pulling out the table and the equipment, working out with our boys. I'm looking forward to the future that I have with this team. This is a great team. To all my coaches, thank you. Coach Pip, Coach Marcus, Coach Mike, man, Coach Drew, Coach Kevin, man, thank y'all. And all the assistant coaches, Coach Red, Coach Conway, man, thank y'all, man. Hey, dope people. So, hey, we're gonna wrap it up. I got a nice little show coming, and I even forgot about the Michael Jordan and LeBron debate. Don't nobody want to see me. People will hit me up and say things, and this right here, but they facts and stats don't be straight. So I gotta get it right. You feel me? In my Stephen A. voice. You feel me? So yeah, holla at your boy, man. Hey, I got some videos finna pop up after this, man. So stay tuned. Check it out. This your coach. Hey, Koach E.
Hey, State of Mind with Koach E.
Probably twice the size. Somewhere close to having his own gym. Big partnership with one of these big corporations. So, man, I really see positive and great things for this organization. Man, believe it or not, just 4 years ago, we started off with one basketball team with girls. And every year, God has blessed us to just, grow just continuously. Every year, we've been able to double and double and double. And I really feel like now we at the point to where we finally are starting to find our niche. And so, man, if we stay on track, man, I really feel like we'll probably be not the biggest, but one of the biggest organizations in the state of Arkansas.